been trying to help. The people that were evacuated from their homes were told they could stay with their pets, and now they're being told they have to leave. I've been giving them my cell phone so they could find places to stay. They're very upset. I've got video of a couple of folks. Yeah. Overall, our concern is that there are people that wanted to help that had trained equipment, trained personnel, and that weren't really being allowed to help. That is our concern.
That's Katrina.
And we're trying to, I think there was some lessons learned with Katrina, but what we're finding out now, that people forgot them. It was 12 years ago, and that pets were forgotten. And there might have been some minor improvements, but overall, we're not seeing that here. Pets are family, they're not being treated like family. The emergency preparedness is an afterthought. And Best Friends is not here to criticize, we're here to help. We've come in, we've offered our help. We want to make sure every pet in this arena lives. There should be no time limits, there should be no breed restrictions. Even if it's a rumor, it's causing concern. And we know that killing homeless pets for population control or for convenience is socially unacceptable and morally reprehensible. And Best Friends wants to make sure all pets find a home. The homeless pet shouldn't be treated any differently than an owned pet. And we believe strongly in that. And we've got an offer on the table with Houston SPCA. We've asked them to respond to our leadership in Kanab, Utah, and let them know if they'll accept our offer that all these pets stay here so their people can find them. Shipping them off to another community is going to make it more difficult to find them. So we want to help. We're not here to be armchair quarterback criticizing. We want to help. We know how difficult the situation is. The fact of the matter is people are suffering, and there was equipment and trained personnel that could help, and it wasn't coordinated, and information was hard to get. We want to learn from that. We want to be part of solutions. We want to save these pets. And now these people that brought their pets here are sleeping in a cornfield or underneath a car, and they have nowhere to go.
So what I would say is that I'm not our PIO. I'm not our communications person. So I want to give you that person's contact information.
Okay.
Can I give her your phone number? My name is Travis Christman.
And what's her name?
Her name is Julie.
Julie. How many animals do you have on site right now, though?
Well, we are intaking. We're intaking 4 puppies, but our goal is at this time we're moving all animals back to the Houston SPCA.
Do you guys have the space right now back in the facility?
Yeah, we have a space to appropriately house them and do what we need to do.
Okay. Do you know how many you've brought in so far and how many you've taken over there?
I do. We call her.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
Nice meeting you.
This is Tom McPhee reporting from Houston Harvey Impact Zone. I'm in Beaumont, Texas, and we're at the Ford Entertainment Center where there has been a temporary triage set up by Houston SPCA. Behind me is where they had quite a bit of livestock the other day, but it's also where they had all their companion animals, dogs, cats. Most of those animals are not here right now. They're pulling in some animals. They're doing a little bit of intake, it seems like here, but all of those animals, we just talked with Travis inside, said they were taken over to Houston SPCA. For me and my understanding of what is going on in this environment, it appears that Houston SPCA definitely wants to have a lot more control in terms of what's going on in their environment and not have people looking in or commenting on what's going on. So we don't know if animals are being put down, if they're not being put down, if all the animals are having a place to go to next. But we're going to get some more information and we're going to visit the folks from Best Friends.
I'm Deanna with World Animal Awareness Society, and we're at Montgomery County Fairgrounds today, where Best Friends Animal Society is taking in Hurricane Harvey dogs. This is the intake area here. Rescues can drop off dogs, citizens can drop off dogs, and in the same regard, rescues can come and pull dogs and take them. Owners can come and look for dogs here, and they're just full. They keep taking and taking and taking. Volunteers have come from all over the United States that are with Best Friends, and they take all dogs. They are No kill. They'll take everything.
But we're here trying to help out. Actually, we lost our hospital in this flood. We had 250 people employed here, Gulf Coast veterinary specialists, and so we're up here helping out now. Since we don't have a hospital, we're trying to do our job.
That's great.
Where are you guys from?
We're from Ann Arbor, Michigan with the World Animal Awareness Society.
This is amazing. You know, that's what caught my eye here. These people came down from Illinois.
Ellen Jefferson.
And why are you here? What's your organization? What's happening right now?
I am the executive director of Austin Pets Alive, and we are here because we got involved with helping our mission in Austin is to help shelters not have to euthanize animals. And so we take animals that are going to be euthanized and then find homes for them. Generally, they need something done to them, like bottle baby care or parvo treatment or medical treatment or behavior care, foster care, until they can be adopted. And so that's kind of our thing. And so when the hurricane was about to hit, we reached out to all the shelters that were in the line of fire and said, are there animals that you would be looking at euthanizing, getting ready for this storm, and can we take them from you? And so we reached out to a lot of shelters and did that. And then when the storm hit, we reached out again and said, do you have any more? Do you need help? A lot of the shelters were blown down, were flooded, electrical out, lots of problems. So those are the animals that we were trying to help. And then we found out that there wasn't really a big plan in place for rescuing the animals that were trapped. And once they were rescued, there wasn't a plan of where they should go because the city of Houston's shelter was incapacitated. Harris County shelter was incapacitated. So people were left to their own devices of just letting them go on the shores once they were rescued from homes. And so we stepped in as being a surrogate to help take some of those animals in, provide housing until the city could get their lost and found program off the ground.
Now, those are some of the municipal organizations that you mentioned. There's also larger NGOs, for instance, Houston SPCA. We know that they had a facility out by Beaumont, and we had a chance to visit them on Saturday night. I had a chance to meet with Tawny Hammond from Best Friends, who was there, and everyone was trying to structure an MOU to work with Houston SPCA and collectively try to move everything forward.
Right.
What happened? Were you part of that discussion?
No, I'm not a good resource for that. It's my understanding they weren't able to come to an MOU, so I don't know the specifics of that though.
And your organization has kind of been working with anyone who will have you, you're making those relationships.
Yeah, absolutely. We're reaching out and trying to get, trying to help the animals. It doesn't really matter if people want us to help or not. We're helping the animals, and that's what our niche is. And we're helping people in Beaumont with the shelters that again got incapacitated from the flooding, and taking those animals and trying to get them into homes. Our Beaumont experience is that it's hard to get them out, even though we have ownership. Somebody's transferred ownership to us. It's hard for us to find those animals once they've entered the stray system and get them actually to us here in Austin, so that we can find other homes for them. So we're struggling with untangling a lot of that.
Who are your partners here at this facility, and what facility is this?
This is a kind of a makeshift facility, MASH type facility. We are working with Houston Pets Alive and Best Friends Animal Society and Pet Set, and we'll have another location at the NRG Center, but this location will be a kind of resource center for supplies, and we're also working here and connecting the people that are coming from all over the United States that want to save animals from the hurricane. We're helping them get those animals and be able to take them back to their locations.
I do want to emphasize just a little bit that there are different philosophies at play in working with the animals here in this impact zone.
Yes.
And your philosophy is?
My philosophy is save their lives. That comes first. And then find a way for them to be reunited with their family. That's second. Obviously, they need to be, that has to eclipse any other outcome for those animals. And then last, find a live outcome through adoption or transport to another city where they can be adopted. So we are valuing life first, and then family, and then rehoming.
How many animals have you handled already?
People keep asking me that, and I'm having a hard time keeping up with the data. We took in probably 2,000 animals over a 1-week period, and all that data is not in the system, so I can't give you a good number. But yeah, it's a lot. We took in a lot more than we normally do. We usually average about 600 a week, so this is a massive number compared to our average.
600 a week where?
In Austin.
You take in 600 animals?
Sorry, a month. A month. 600 a month,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how many are you expecting here today, and then what is the capacity that you have been approved for here?
We are working with the City of Houston Bark, and we're able to get permitting as a kennel license so we can operate this facility. And we don't know the volume. We're working with several groups, shelters, rescue groups that have lost their facility, and we'll continue taking those animals in. And then our goal is to, within 48 hours, either move them to an adoption facility locally through Houston Pets Alive or Best Friends Animal Society, or transport them out to other cities. And these are only animals that have no hope of finding an owner, not animals that are waiting for their owner to reclaim them. So I want to be very clear about that.
Real important designation.
Yes. One of the most exciting things, if you can call it that, is silver lining, is that the community has really come together, the animal community has really come together, and it's been really inspiring and motivating to see that this community really does want to save lives. And it's hard on a day-to-day basis when there's so many animals coming into the municipal shelters and so many that can't be saved on a day-to-day basis. We see that the will is here, and now we just need to structure the mechanism to get it done so Houston can be sustainable as an Oak Hill city going forward.
I'll be behind this bush, you pull.
Okay, but I gotta get these boxes cleared out of the way. Or we can go over them. Hang on.
Amazon has been lovely to you.
Yes, very.
These people just making a bunch of donations through Amazon? That's amazing.
Whoa. I'm not done here yet.
Audrey, do you have a list?
Thank you.
I'm looking for you.
Hold on, I'll go get it. What's your name, sir?
Tom, I know how busy it is, and
Yeah,
we
no,
left
no.
a message for
And she's in a meeting right now.
No
Let
worries.
me get all of your information and then I can have her give you a call.
and it's WATF.org,
Sure, that's readable. A2S.org.
which is for World Animal Awareness Society.
Okay.
And my cell is 313-510.
Help save a life today. Your donation will send the World Animal Awareness Society team on our next mission. From all of us here at the World Animal Awareness Society and WA2S Films, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.